I've been like a TRT for like maybe 16 weeks, all right? And then Nick Walker did the Olympia 4 weeks ago. So me, I'm like 16 weeks TRT. Nick Walker 4 weeks out, 4 weeks after the Olympia. Doran had Nick Walker's blood work. I look at it. Sorry, Nick. I don't know if I was supposed to see that or not. But I look at it. I'm like, dude, his blood work is way better than mine. How is that even possible? I was like, what the fuck? So it's just because like back then Nick Walker was young. Is that when you're young in your 20s or whatever, or
Yeah.
it's like you
Yeah.
recover so much faster.
Yeah, your body's resilient. It's able to hold on to things a little bit better and
Mm,
fight things off a little bit better. And as you get older, there's definitely a change. You know, like the past few years of my training, especially after my bicep tear, I will say, when I tore my bicep, like things definitely took a turn where I felt like I don't want to say I felt my age because I feel like we subconsciously tell ourselves that so that way we can let off the gas, right? Like I
mm-hmm.
remember somebody who was it that I was talking to? They were like, "Man, your legs improved, and you're like in your 40s." I'm like, "Why never stop squatting?" And they're like,
Yeah,
"Oh, I stopped squatting when I was like 37, 38." And I'm like, "Well, why?" And they're like, "Well, because I felt older, like my everything was hurting." I'm like, "Yeah, it still fucking hurt me, but I'm
yeah,
not gonna like stop just because I'm old. It's time to back
mm,
off. No, fuck that. I want to train."
yeah,
So I think we tell ourselves those things, and then that's, of course, the reason why we maybe have some atrophy in areas because you don't want to do the hard stuff anymore, right? You don't want to
yeah,
do bent over rows at 41 years old, 42 years old,
yeah.
right? So you don't do them. So you say, oh, the machine does the same thing. I'm just going to do the machine. No, it fucking doesn't.
It does. Yeah,
Yeah.
for the
You know?
thickness. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I like the
Yeah.
free weight stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
honestly, the only thing I feel my body right now is like it doesn't recover as fast from like stuff.
Hmm.
So I've got to
Hmm.
do a workout, then I want to do another workout, and then I want to do other things in my life, like other activities. And it's like, dude, I'm just yeah, hurting all the time. I started doing grappling. I was grappling
Oh,
yeah, jujitsu. So I started once a week because I was at first I was like, I'll do it 3 times a week and train 3 times. I'll be good, dude.
oh,
I was so destroyed after the first 2 classes. I'm like, I can't.
I'm sure.
So now it's like I have to like take longer breaks in between. I do like the once a week, and then I
Yeah.
give myself a break before and maybe even after. Or like tomorrow, now my legs feel totally fine today. I'll do legs tomorrow, right? And I did
Yeah.
grappling like
Yeah.
a few hours ago. So things like that. But like, dude, when I was younger, I feel like I was doing flips like 8 weeks out from the fucking Canadian Nationals. That was totally fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Totally
Yeah.
fine.
It's
Nothing
crazy.
was hurting. It was I felt like a superhero. And the thing
Yeah.
is, I wish I could tell myself, like, dude, just like, enjoy that, and
Yes.
you should like
Take
maybe
advantage.
like fuck less around. And I did lots
Yeah.
of fucking around in my life, but it's
Yeah.
just like looking back, I was like, wow, it's like you look at all your mistakes, you could be like, the what ifs, right? But
Yeah.
the thing is, all the mistakes that we did, and all you will end up where we are now. And it's like where I'm now is like, it's great. And the thing is, your whole career led you to this, to meeting the girl that you're with and stuff. So it's gonna all fall into place. I do
Yeah.
believe that. Yeah, God willing, inshallah.
Thank you,
Like
bro.
some of the our Muslims
Inshallah.
friends
Yeah.
are saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so if you let's talk about your whole career. So you turned pro 2011. Which show was it?
I won the 2011 NPC USA Heavyweight Division.
2000 NPC heavyweights Jon De La Rosa. Let's check that out. So I'm seeing these here. So I'm wondering like which one is it? This is it, right?
Let's
Is that it?
see. I can't see. The screen is like low on
Oh,
mine.
too small.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's it. Yes. I think that's it
Yeah,
there. That's a picture of it.
yeah. People will be able
Yeah.
to see in big person. And this is
Yeah.
the New York Pro, one of the New York Pros.
Yeah. That was like 2012,
Oh, is
2013.
that
Yeah.
it here?
That's it right there. That's it
That's it
right
right
there.
there. Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Young John.
Yeah.
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 Have you
It's
noticed
so
that?
crazy that that's fucking 14 years ago, dude.
Yeah, that's crazy, right?
Holy
And
shit.
have you noticed that sometimes you look at a picture of yourself when you were younger, it's like, hey, why was I holding on to fullness so much easier? But
Yeah.
but but I feel like as I get older, I'm way drier.
Yeah. 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 That's
It's
one
weird,
thing
right?
that I will see that like I was bubbly and full and round everywhere, but I wasn't quite as hard. Now
Mm-hmm.
I get that graininess.
Yeah,
which is
it's pretty
cool.
cool. I like the
Man muscle.
old man muscle. We got it now. So what would you say is like the top three highlights of your career?
Certainly winning. Well, I would say the Arnold Classic the last year. Um, after the bicep,
2024.
yeah, after coming back from the bicep tear and everything, and just kind of, it's funny. Like I've never really been the overly confident guy, like bodybuilder. I don't compete for the likes and the comments and the bullshit Instagram. Like it,
Mm,
I always competed for myself, but I was always the hardest on myself. Like I could never. I could never be satisfied with what I bought. I could never be sad. Like I could never be happy, you know? And I would always convince myself, like, oh, I just got lucky, Like I remember when I came back from the bicep tear and I did the Chicago Pro with Justin Shire, where Justin Shire won. Who else was in there? Honey, what's his name? Boogeyman.
oh, the
Uh,
blessing.
Blessing was in there, and Patrick Moore, and it was a pretty good lineup. But I placed second behind Justin Shire, and I was like, oh, I just got lucky. Like I convinced myself like that was a good lineup, but I just got lucky. So then I had to prove to myself 2 weeks later, I had to go to Tampa and Hunter Labrada, which is arguably one of the best Hunter Labrada packages he had bought, did Tampa. And it was him and I top two. I walked out of there for maybe an hour and I was like, oh, that was a lot of fun. I think I looked good. I just got lucky. How did I end up second? I just got lucky. Like I was like on this repeat of like never
Really?
allowing myself to, yeah, I never would allow myself to. And maybe that speaks to because I wasn't anywhere near where I wanted to be. I
Mm,
wanted to be like, I embarked on this journey wanting to be an Arnold Classic champion. That was one thing that I had always wanted to be.
mm,
And so maybe like because I felt so far from that, I was always like, no, no, I just got lucky. I didn't really look that good. So going into the Arnold that year, the following year, I was like shaking in my boots because I applied for it and I was like, they're not gonna accept me. Like I haven't done well. I'm coming off a bicep tear. Like, why would they accept me? There's so many great guys that are competing. And they accepted me. And so now it became like almost like a challenge to myself.
yeah,
Like I
no,
need
I don't have a choice.
Yeah, now it's almost like I have to make sure that I'm my absolute all-time best, and it ended up being my all-time best. I
That's
think.
2018 actually. I'm showing right now. 2018
Uh,
became.
okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's good too.
yeah. So I just I think that's definitely one of them. Obviously, my first pro win was a great moment as well. But honestly speaking, just every time that I competed, I really loved being on stage. I loved pushing myself and competing and just seeing how far I can take it.
So I guess when you turned pro and your comeback was like your best moments.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
How did you
When I
like
turned
doing?
pro was also really special for me because that was the last time my mom went to a bodybuilding competition.
Oh, that's very special. 100%.
Yeah,
The pro
yeah,
wins, like if I would think about mine, I think one of them is like turning pro too.
yeah,
Because it's like
yeah,
because we're like kind of young and it's like, holy shit, is this happening? Like,
yeah,
really? Like
yeah,
I
yeah,
did it. And then I was like
yeah,
so emotional and everything.
yeah,
It
yeah,
was a lot of fun. How did you like your
yeah.
Olympia experience when you did the Olympia?
The Olympia this past year I was having fun with it. I mean, I felt so grateful and lucky to be back. Like your mentality kind of shifts. Like I obviously wanted to place really well. And I was disappointed in where I placed. I wanted to place once in my life in the top 10.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, that didn't happen. But what I saw it do to my wife it kind of messed me up. Um, my wife has competed, but never at that level. She just kind of got thrown into this world where sponsorships and I'm making this money and they could lose it if I don't place here. And it was just, and she's a very at home, homebody, wants to be a
Hmm.
good wife, wants to have
Hmm.
very little friends. It's just her and I most of the time. And she got thrown into this life with all these cameras and people and sponsorships and money and this and that. And it was just a lot.
Yeah.
And towards the end of that prep, I saw how heavy it was weighing on her. and then not placing in the top 10 when she knew that I wanted to place in the top 10. I saw her just like
She was obsessed
break.
with you.
Yeah, she just kind of like was trying to be strong, but she's not. She's not.
You could
She's
tell.
not strong, and she was crying and then trying to hide it. And it was just an eye-opening experience for me because I realized like a lot of that stuff I don't even think about. Like it's just part of the business. How many sponsorships did you go through there where they call you and they're like, "Hey, sorry, we can't continue our sponsorship," and you lose like $6,000, a month, and you're like,
Yeah.
"Holy fuck, what am I gonna do now?" Right?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
not the life. She's not used to that, right? And I'm the primary, you know, provider here, so you know, our lifestyles can change very, very drastically
Hmm.
like that. And
Yeah.
it was a lot of pressure. It was a lot of pressure for her to handle. Meanwhile, the 20 years before that I had been competing, she obviously wasn't a part of that. I had been used to that so much, I wasn't even thinking about it. And for her, it was just so like, holy shit, this is a lot.
Yeah. No, it
Yeah,
is.
but
It
I,
is
I
stressful. Yeah.
yeah, but I enjoy. Like I said, I always enjoy competing. I try not to think about the sponsorship dollars or who's watching, who's talking about who, and the predictions and this and that. Like
Mhm.
she's my biggest fan, so she's all over all that stuff. And I'm just like, hey,
Nice.
why do you watch? I don't do it for those people. I do it
Yeah.
for me.
You know what I would do, like, because when I had the bicep tears, I had like the calcium score thing. Then I still came back and like I was more cautious, and I changed some stuff. Still came back, and I kept being better every time. So like it didn't matter like all that had happened, but like when it just happened, a lot of people were saying like, "Dude, you're gonna die of a heart attack," this and that, right? So there was a lot of negative stuff on my Instagram, and it was kind of fucking with me. So I had the best trick. So I would be like 3 days out, carbing up, eating my cream of rice. I was like, "Hey Taylor, can you go on my Instagram and just read me only the good comments and just gas me up a little bit? I need it." And then she would just
That's
go through my
smart.
shit, just read all the good comments. It was
Oh,
helping.
that's
I was like,
smart.
people were like, "Oh wow, you changed my life. Sharing your past and stuff has been helping me." This and that. I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm a hero." So
That's
I would
actually
just
very smart, though.
yeah, so it was actually good. So like usually the good comments I appreciate, but they don't really make me feel like really, really good. Unless it's like something very personal regarding like addiction and things like that, because I know
Yeah,
how
yeah,
it feels, right?
yeah,
But like
yeah,
just comments about my body, how it looks, it's like, oh cool, well, I appreciate it. But in the
yeah,
same light of that, is like the bad ones shouldn't bother me either. If the bad ones don't bother me, the good ones shouldn't bother me either. Should be
right.
all neutral, right? But like when you're
Yeah,
tired, low carb and prep, it's a little bit
yeah.
harder. So that's why I would have my wife being a filter for all the good ones. So before we go, I'm gonna play this just a short game here. I'm gonna show pictures of you, and you have to tell me the year and when
Okay.
is it. So here's the first one.
Oh, I know that picture very well. I found out just the day before that I would be getting divorced. So that would be like
Oh God,
that,
that
let's
chose the
say
wrong one.
2018, I think
You
that
can
is.
see in your face you're not too happy.
No, yeah, I was dead, man.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
my ex-wife was having an affair, and I kind of,
Oh, that
yeah,
sucks. Yeah. Okay,
yeah,
let's move on to the next. How about this one
yeah.
here? How about this one here?
Oh, that is Brazil. I want to say 2014 or 15.
That's cool. All right. How
That's
about
a good
uh, how
shot.
about this one here?
That was 21 Olympia.
That's good. I guess you've done a lot of Olympias, but for me, I wouldn't know because I only done two Olympias. How about this one here? This is a
That
famous one
is, yeah, that's a famous one.
from
That
MD.
is, let's say, my buddy Antoine took that.
Really?
Anton Antipov.
Anton, yeah?
Yeah, yeah. I want to say that's 2019.
That's cool. Yeah, I've seen that there's a few set of those
You
and
know, yeah. You know what's really cool about those photos? So the one where I'm on the side of the highway with the flex, that one right there. That was reposted by Lou Ferrigno and Arnold Schwarzenegger, which is pretty fucking cool.
shit, that's dope. That's
Yeah,
dope. Yeah. There's
that
more
girl, that
pictures here.
girl wasn't in that picture though.
No, no, I just noticed like she's been
they just, they
yeah,
just
I
slapped that
think
on there.
yeah, I think it's just for clickbait maybe because it's a
Yeah,
thumbnail of a video or something.
yeah,
But
yeah,
that's a
yeah,
good
yeah.
transformation here. See that?
Yeah.
So what was it?
That picture there on the left, I was like 17, man.
Wow, you got good genetics. Like you and your pops have good
Yeah.
genetics. They both, yeah, you got your dad's genetics, right? So on the
Yeah.
right, was it the Mr. USA?
That's USA's. Yeah, that was the year before though. I had placed second that year against Vladimir. I forget his name. He won the heavyweights. I weighed 202 that year right there.
Oh, you could have done the 202s back then. Remember that?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, John. And
Of course.
you'll
Thank you
see,
for
like,
having me.
the life kind of begins when you're retired, like Tuttle said. Me, I'm kind of
Yeah.
half retired. I'm saying
Yeah.
I didn't
Yeah.
decide yet, but
1 foot in, 1 foot out.
yeah, exactly right. I can always, because the thing, I'm like 2 years away from the Masters. I'm like, you know what? If I could bring Arnold Classic shape to the Masters Olympia,
Yeah.
I could probably nail that and call myself a Mr.
When?
Olympia in my IG
Yeah.
bio. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Man.
thanks for watching,
It
guys.
was great seeing you.
You'll see more of John very soon.